So I would like to invite you to our first pillar of healthy relationships, which will kick off on October 19th. And we're going to focus on communication skills in relationships. Communication is so important. Someone once said that communication to a relationship is like oil in a car. You need it to make the car run smoothly. You need communication to run well to make a relationship healthy. But so often we have bad communication, miscommunication, people not talking at all, which creates confusion and disconnection. Let's take this example of Fred and Wilma. Wilma looks in the backyard after a storm hit the night before, and she says, Fred, come over here and look at the window. And it's a wreck. Look at all the tree branches and the leaves on the ground, and it's awful. And Fred goes and looks at the window, and he says, Wilma, you're absolutely right. This is total wreck outside. And then he gets something to drink from the fridge and sits down and watches the rest of the football game for hours. Now, Wilma's ticked off, and Fred says, Wilma, what's wrong? And she is just upset, and Fred says, what's going on? She said, Fred, I told you that it's a wreck, and you agreed with me, and you're just sitting here watching TV. You're not out there doing anything. And Fred is getting upset. Well, like, you told me it's a wreck outside, and I agreed with you, and you're upset with me? No, Fred, you know that I wanted you to go out. No, you didn't ask me to go out. You just told me it's a wreck, and I agreed. A little bit of miscommunication. 2 weeks later, Fred comes home on a Friday night from work and says, hey, Wilma, do you want to go out for dinner tonight? Wilma says, I'm really tired. I just want to stay home. Now, Fred is hurt. He feels rejected. And after a while, Wilma says, Fred, what's wrong? He says, you're rejected. You don't want to go out with me. You don't want to hang out. And Wilma's like, what are you talking about? You asked me if I wanted to go out for dinner, and I said, no. You didn't tell me that you wanted to go out for dinner. So they're not communicating very well. They're misfiring. So often in relationships, it may not be that our hearts are very far from each other, but our words are not connecting in a way that's meaningful. In Scripture, we're told, speak the truth in love. That's a balancing game. And it's hard. If we just speak the truth but not love, communication is bad. If we just speak lovingly but not truthfully, communication is disingenuous and not honest. So we're going to talk about communication skills as foundational for healthy relationships. Again, this is for all ages. I hope you'll consider coming for that event.